In our incredible calculation of things, there is one thing that we all agree upon, and that is this statement. It is. Becoming is better
than being.
And that's precisely why we here at the Fifth Estate consider ourselves to be a work in progress. It means that you are never complete and you always have that opportunity to become a person of substance.
Those calculations allow you to be comfortable while you're making mistakes and accepting yourself for who you are.
Indeed, and the sum result of those calculations is that we are a work in progress. Hi, I'm AX.
Hi, I'm the one and only host, GK.
And I'm Kusem.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Kenyan winter. So we get straight into our segment today, and unfortunately to me, I don't think I'm ever going to allow this person to do this again. Is the producer for this episode is none other than Mr. MC Squared. You'll know him by the bow tie.
And the little Lego.
And the little Lego. And he has decided that because he is a genius in mathematics, that we here at the Fifth Estate are all geniuses in mathematics, and has given us some complex mathematical equations and calculations for us to be able to address.
Okay, now first of all,
they're difficult and they're hard.
First
and if
of
we fail,
all,
it's okay.
First of all, why are you out here citing yourself out saying they're complex and they're difficult?
No. I'm setting the bar so high that if I fail, people will say it's because they were so complex.
But they're going to hear the questions.
We didn't count on that.
That was a false calculation.
All right, so as you haven't noticed, I will be the one leading this particular game today, which
unfortunately
this guy over here is very, very, very salty about. But we're going to be doing some math questions. I hope you have your workbooks. You're working out is worth several points, even if you get the answer wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so question number one. You have a 3-liter bottle and a 5-liter bottle.
Okay.
How can you measure 4 liters of water by using 3-liter and 5-liter bottles? I will repeat again.
How can you measure?
Yes. You have a 3-liter bottle and a 5-liter bottle.
Sawa.
Those are the only tools you have.
Okay.
You have been told, hey, I need 4 liters of water. So you need to measure out 4 liters of water using only a 3-liter bottle and a 5-liter bottle. Go.
I go to that person with 5 liters and I say, you be grateful and take that water. Me, I don't.
So I have 3 and 5.
You have 3 and 5 and you need 4.
So 4 is the midpoint of 5 and 3.
Okay, good statement.
Yeah, so I take the 3-liter bottle when it's full, empty it in the 5-liter bottle.
That makes it 3 liters.
That makes it 3 liters. Then I put a third. See the 3-liter bottle. I fill it a third
of the way.
A third of the way. That's 4 liters.
Okay.
I take a 3-liter bottle, I pour water, I put 1 liter, and I pour 1. Okay, it must be you take the 5-liter bottle
when it's full.
And then you transfer 1 liter to the 3-liter. I think we're failing this statement.
No, you're right. The first step is you fill the 5-liter bottle.
That's not the important step. Okay.
It is.
So
it's what you do with the water.
You definitely fill the 5-liter bottle. So the question is, what's next? I'm like,
empty it into the 3-liter bottle.
Empty it into the 3-liter bottle. That means you'll have 2 liters in the 5-liter bottle. And then
that is the correct first step.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I have 2 liters and 3 liters.
Yes.
In the 2 bottles.
Yes.
Now the question is,
you just do this. Then you just go half of it.
Actually, he's not wrong. He's not wrong because if you have the 2 liters in the
3 liter.
In the 3-liter bottle, or you have 3 liters in the whatever you guys said works.
So we are wrong and we are right.
Yes.
So
okay. So here's the answer. You first fill the 5-liter bottle and pour 3 liters into the 3-liter bottle.
Yes.
Then you empty the 3-liter bottle, dump it out, pour one for the ancestors, and then you pour the remaining 2 liters that's in the 5-liter bottle into the 3-liter bottle.
So now you have 2 liters.
Into the 3-liter bottle. And the 5-liter bottle is now empty. Okay? Again, you fill the 5-liter bottle and pour 1 liter into the 3-liter bottle. So now the 3-liter bottle is full, and now you're left with 4 liters in the 5-liter bottle.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of work.
Wow.
Very little.
You know what? It's because I didn't show my work, but that's where my mind was going.
It was. They were just taking a little bit of time. Okay.
Next question.
Okay. Which 3 numbers have the same answer, whether they are added or multiplied together? This is some basic algebra.
So
x
plus x is equals to y. X times x is equals to y. Something like that.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So which 2 numbers?
Yeah, so which 3? So x plus y plus z is equal to? A. X times Y, XYZ is equal to A.
So there are 3 numbers.
Yes.
So
I'll allow Christian to take the lead in this. As I do.
See,
You know,
am I allowed to cheat?
I got an A in mathematics.
Sure,
yes,
you can cheat.
0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0.
I feel like
0 times 0 times 0 is 0.
That's technically correct,
Thank
but
you.
I have a feeling that MC squared meant different numbers.
Zero.
I mean, I found a loophole and I used
And
it.
we used it.
It has to be 3 numbers. 3 numbers.
0,
three
0,
numbers.
0.
All right. Okay, so
I feel so proud of myself.
by the way, the answer is 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, 1 plus 2
That
plus
one
3
also, that one also.
is 1
Six.
plus 2 plus 3 is
6.
6.
1 times 2
1
times
times 2 times 3 is
6.
6.
0 plus 0 plus 0.
But we go with 0. I think that's a more clever answer.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if the rules don't work, go around them somehow.
Last question. You're going to need to note this down.
Okay.
If 1 equals 3,
Uh-huh.
2 equals 3,
Uh-huh.
3 equals 5,
Yeah.
Okay.
4 equals 4, and 5 equals 4, then 6 equals
5 equals
4.
and 4 equals
4.
4 equals 4.
Yes.
5 equals 4.
Yes.
But 1 is equals to 3, 2 is equals to 3,
Yes.
3 is equals to 5,
Yes.
4 is equals to 4,
Yes.
5 is equals to 4.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the calculation here? There's no calculation. This is reasoning.
Wait.
No,
I
you
think-
can
I think-
figure it out.
So, 4, 4, 5, 3, 3, 2.
So what's
So you're saying
what's
6 is equals to 2.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. He has his answer.
4,
What's yours?
4,
Okay.
5.
So 3, 3.
Oh, wait.
Wait, 1 plus
3, 3, 5.
3.
So this 2, then whatever. 4, 4.
Wait, 1 plus 3 is 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus.
4, 4.
Yeah, I go with 2.
Wait. 4, 4. I'm going from down.
Okay.
So,
Uh-huh.
4, 4, 5. 3, 3.
3, 3.
Hey. 4, 4. Okay, 3, 3, 5. Then whatever you left. So 3, 3, 5.
Oh,
Then
okay.
see this gap here. It's filled here.
Okay. Or 1 plus 3 is 4.
Yes.
2 plus 3 is 5.
5, yes.
3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. So 6 plus something must be
Oh,
equal to or higher
3.
than 9.
3.
Right? Maybe?
So 3, it's either 3 or 2. Let's say I'm going with 2. That's my final answer. Buzz it in. 2.
Chrisam?
6, 4,
6.
6.
Sorry, 6 is equal to?
6.
6. 6 is equal to 3.
So she gave us
Why
the
don't you
answer.
just follow our minds? 6 is equals to any.
That's it. The rest of the questions are quite complex, but we will return to them at a later date.
We will never return to those questions.
We will
Let
return
you-
to them. We will
I'm
return
going
to
to
them.
petition MC squared.
To never,
To never produce
ever,
another
ever
show.
produce another show.
This one.
But we're going to move on to the next segment of this show. And that segment is all about, this is why we're doing calculations. It's all about learning. And in particular, it's about how we as people consider learning. So the reason that MC Squared thought about it is a video was circulated from years ago where Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's that black guy with a big mustache and big
The
beard.
science guy.
who
The stars
talks,
guy.
and his voice is just so majestic, almost Mufasa-esque. And he said that the problem he has with us all saying that we're never going to understand the value of learning because math teaches us SOHCAHTOA. I don't know why I know
A squared
SOHCAHTOA.
plus B squared equals C squared.
All those things. E equals MC squared. There you go for you, Mr. MC squared. And all those calculations, and all of us have said math never taught us the right things. It didn't teach us how to use an Excel sheet and produce a serious document for our bosses. It didn't teach us anything. It just taught us thingies. But he says, no. You guys are looking at it wrong. Math gives you problems that you need to solve. You will need to solve problems in the future. Maybe not those exact problems, but math gives you the tools in which you can use to solve problems in the future.
Teaches you how to think about how to solve problems.
And so that's my question to you guys.
Axiomatic thinking.
Do you think as young people and as students of the and learners that we have all misunderstood what the purpose of schooling was?
It's not that we've misunderstood it. It's that everything about our educational experiences reinforces the idea that school is about knowledge acquisition so that you can go get a good job, right? Even as a kid, I distinctly remember complaining because I did not want to go to school, right? And the response that I was given was like, but see, don't you want a nice life? Don't you want to have a nice job when you grow up? Don't you want to have a nice future? And it doesn't help that like when you're at school, what they test you for is knowledge. They give you closed book exams, in which you're supposed to expected to regurgitate information
that you've learned.
That you've learned. I can say I was fortunate enough to go to a school that tested me for skills, and that even in my university degree, one of my modules for contract law allowed the exam was an open book exam. So what they were testing me for wasn't how much I knew about contract law, it was how well I could apply the
What
law.
you know, yes.
It was very skill based, and I loved it. It was the best exam ever.
You look like you look like one of those people who liked exams.
No, I hated them.
Okay, that's at least a good thing.
Hated them.
For me, it's the same. I think when we're taught at school, we're taught that the most important thing is the grade. It's why most schools, and I'm sure Christian, you've experienced it as well, will rush through. And I don't blame the teachers for this. So teachers don't come at me. You'll rush through the school syllabus.
Okay,
Finish it in second term, and then from second term to third term, it's past papers. So you're not learning how to pass, how to succeed, you're learning how to pass. Yes. And so even I remember at school we used to be given the past paper booklet, and at the back would show us how teachers have answered the question. And so you look at, okay, the teacher used this. So you don't think, okay, I need to solve the issue. You think, I need to use this, and you place it and copy paste it. That's why in mathematics, you used to get a lot of points for the
Showing your
work, yeah.
And then you write the wrong answer and you just get depressed. So for me, the whole I'm just saying, I got an A. I got an A in mathematics.
This is the fourth time he said it. I don't think
I'm
he
going
got
to
that
stand
A.
by it. You can't find my records, so I hope. Please don't look for them. But that's the whole idea with learning. We are supposed to learn to solve problems. But the way learning has been to us, especially 844, especially the latter part of 844, because even the way it began was different, has ingrained it in our minds that learning is not about the process, it's about the ends. It's about the end, passing and going to a good school.
If I may add before I toss the baton to you, it also doesn't help that the only kind of students that are recognized are academically gifted students. They don't recognize you for being able to like the best problem solver or the best communicator in the grade. Like no, it's like if you get like 7 A stars and 2 A's, that's it, you get the prize.
Yeah.
And it really demoralizes students who are not as academically gifted.
It's true. I remember back in the day in the 844 syllabus, we used to have woodwork, music, arts and craft, home science, and all these things. But I think the powers that be that time looked at those subjects or disciplines and were like, these are not helpful in the final grade because they were more skill based. Can you sing? Can you do some work with your hands? And I think that's where a big chunk of our population was lost because not all of us are gifted academically in the traditional sense of the word.
Absolutely.
Right? And there's a suggestion, and I think it's implemented now. I'm not sure, where you'd offer two types of schooling or education. You'd have option A and option B. So option A is for people who are more into the science-based careers. So if you're going to do math, you do the math of MC squared. Those weird math that has no really use, in day-to-day. Day-to-day life, we don't need that math, right?
Actually, I beg to differ. Like I've used algebra a number of times and I'm trying to figure out how much a discount is actually going to save me and whether or not it's worth it.
Okay,
but generally, and I have a calculator.
Yeah, generally, if I'm going to in the matatu or into the Uber and my fare is 300 shillings and I've given him 1,000. All I need to know is 1,000 minus 300. So I just need to know addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Basic to get by in life. If I don't want to do anything that is science-based. If you're going to do other subjects, you can look at how to simplify it to give people basic knowledge and understanding of these things without delving deeper into those things, and then you focus on what they are good at. If this guy is good at woodwork, if this guy is good at art or whatever, so he'll have the basic knowledge, but then you nurture this other thing.
You know, it's completely true. I don't know if it's for you guys. For me, my favorite classes in school were two. We used to have music and drama, acting, and we used to have games. Those are my
sports? PE.
Sports, yeah, we call it games. PE was a course. Games was like you have fun and you play football, you play things.
You are so lucky.
Most teachers would be like, oh, now that you're a candidate and the exams are getting closer, you know what, let me push my class. So class is 1.5 hours. Let's make a class 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Wait, was your class
and then you
really
go for the
an hour
last 10, I don't remember, but the last 10 minutes is when you can go for games. And to me, I'm like, I am in school, not for, I mean, I wish I was in school for class, but I was in school for games. I came to school that day because I wanted to go and play football, not to go and learn biology. And
No, you're in school for everything, learning and games as well.
I'm talking from the perspective as a student.
Oh.
Me as a student, school was games, drama,
Lunch.
history, lunch, and conclusion. There was nothing. There was nothing in between. Those other things were for my parents. They were not for me.
Okay.
And so, I think that you're completely right when you say sometimes they don't hone your skills. In fact, they make you reduce your skills and lose confidence in your skills for the purposes of getting academically okay. So now you work extremely hard to get okay grades. Good grades, C, B, maybe a few A's, but your skill was never honed. And so when you try and hone your skill later, you realize you can't get what you want from it.
It's true. You look at this is more of a stereotype, but I'm going to use it anywhere. Most of these footballers, these great footballers, these great athletes, most of them are not the best. They were not the best students in class. So they had, even in this country, we have this thing called scholarships, where if you're the best footballer, you're taken by a good school. Yeah, there's a guy who was taken from our school and taken to a very good national school. He had not qualified to go to that school by his grades only, but through his prowess in football, he got that chance. So if you nurture talent also, talent can open doors for people. It doesn't have to be education only. There are people who are earning billions of shillings because they are working in they're pro athletes, and the pro athlete status is because of what they are good at, in their talent, not necessarily Sokato, as you keep saying. It's what can they do on the field and all those things. So even in our school system, we can make it in such a way that everyone is included and nobody is left to feel like they don't belong.
Have you ever spoken to people who are really good at their craft? For example, right now as Kenyans, we have a big burst of fintech people, people who get into really technology and the way it works, and they're making a lot of money from it. And many of them have had the same response, that for them school was a waste in their view, because learning at the way they want to learn, YouTube was better. All these things were better. The teachers were teaching you so much about process. For example, if you talk to your parents, I know them, if they did IT, they had to actually write code on a book because they're sharing one computer, which is like 10 tons long. 10 is humongous. But even now, you still be
Ton is the measure of weight.
I understood my mistake, but it was intentional.
He's a work in progress.
I'm a work in progress. So he wrote, and so I was talking to some fintech people, and they're like, you go to school and you're taught process.
Yeah.
And you don't learn the skill. You don't learn the skill. So for him, he's like, why go to school when I can just learn the skill and make more money?
I think another thing that we also struggle with is that we're not told why it's important that we're learning these things. I really struggled with this when it came to history, right? Because I went to international school and we did not do a lot of Kenyan history. And it never occurred to me as a student to ask, why don't we do Kenyan history? We are based in Kenya.
We do America, China,
Russia. South Africa, and we did Russian history. We did pre-colonial African history, but when we touched on Kenya, it was like pre-colonial Kenya. It wasn't Kenyan history. Yeah. I just found it very weird. So I think if teachers also explained that, like, when we're talking about something like history, I'm not telling you the story of a nation just so you can have a lullaby when you're going to bed. I'm explaining the past to you so you can understand your responsibilities in the present.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
Yeah, because that's essentially what history is about.
Okay.
I could say the same thing for English as well.
Okay, so we're going to take a break right there. Then we'll come after the break, where we'll ask one more question with regards to learning. We'll be back. Welcome back to Work in Progress. And now to conclude today's show, we're going to bring back My Politics, which was all about understanding our political views with regards to societal issues. And today, because we're doing learning, Anna, sorry, AX, in collaboration with Anna, that's what I was saying, developed a question.
No, I had no role in this. Anna should get like the full credit for this.
Okay, sorry.
It's a good question
AX,
as well.
Anna,
it's a very good
she
question.
developed a question with regards to schools that is an interesting one to discuss.
Okay.
So here we go. Schools should provide cash incentives for good test scores. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you
Strongly
strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree, and agree? So I will start with Chris M.
I agree. What I disagree with is strictly financial incentive. Is it strict?
Should schools provide cash? So not even at your bank statement.
It's
you get
cash.
Cash. Every A you get 2,000 shillings.
Still agree?
I won't strongly agree. I'll agree. Yeah.
Why?
Everywhere else in life, people are given incentives. Everywhere. In your work, politics, day-to-day traffic, everywhere. Someone does something, you incentivize them to give them morale, right?
Yeah.
So what's wrong with us incentivizing our students with give them something small when they perform brilliantly? Because in school you were given badges, yeah?
Yeah.
Best in English, best in whatever.
Oh.
So you're still given that.
Given badges.
Yeah. So
Okay.
per stream. So if you're the best in English in all Form 1s,
Get
so
some
they aggregate. So the best, given that. So they'd have 11 for every stream. So give them that and then give them 2K. Some of these students come from very, very poor backgrounds. It will even give them more incentive to work
push
hard,
themselves.
to put something on the table for their families.
So
kidogo.
before I allow AX to enter, I'm going to cheat a little bit.
Okay.
Because you guys say I can't really sit on the fence, I'm going to do something very interesting. I both strongly agree and strongly disagree.
You're sitting on the fence
I
with more
both
words.
strongly agree and strongly disagree.
You're sitting on the fence with more words.
So this is
Oh
not
my
sitting on the
word.
fence because I both on the wide sides of both.
Okay,
So
fine.
you
You're not
can't- you
sitting, you're
can't-
straddling the fence.
There you go. Okay, so on the strongly agree part, I think you're right about incentives. I think many of us went to school not for us. We went to school because it was our parents or it was something we had to take. It was not going to school because we have a thirst for learning. Even though we write it in our autobiographies that I went to school because I had a thirst for learning. Many people went to school because they had to. Because the government said, no student, no child left behind. That's why I'm in school. And my parents said, you must learn so that you get a good job.
Yeah.
And so by giving them a cash incentive, you're taking that ownership of your grade from your parents to yourself. You're now saying, I strive to do it. And many parents who have a little more money give their kids cash incentives. Or they'll say, you want a phone. You
you
need
do
to
really
get
well
8 A's.
For this year or something, yeah.
Or give according to that. Do you want a PlayStation? You have to do it according to this. Do you want extra pocket
Whatever,
money?
yeah.
You have to get this done.
Yes.
And so it pushes kids to strive for something more. But why I strongly disagree is because we've just said in the previous part of this discussion that not everyone is academically inclined.
Okay.
So now if me, the best I can do, and by that best is a B,
Okay.
and that is the best I can do. How are you going to motivate me when I see that guy getting that 2 Gs every week? And normally it's the one guy who always gets all those grades. I remember we used to go for, they'll call prize giving days.
Yeah.
You'd sit down, half of it they're calling one person's name.
It's the same person.
One person. And that person just goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. You're just sitting there like, hey, okay. I mean, so how do you incentivize? Because all you're doing is incentivizing those who are excellent at one thing.
There are other categories, the most improved, most disciplined. There are other categories.
Now me as mostly improved, do I get more cash, the same cash as the person who got best in
that
math?
can be decided.
So to me, that's the issue. Because how do you incentivize those who know they can't reach the goals that are being so well set out, you know? Anna, AX.
Seriously, twice.
No, my bad.
Okay, so my answer is no, I disagree.
Okay.
The reason I disagree is that I don't think it will remedy. No, okay, it's 2 reasons. The first one is that I think it externalizes motivation. I think if you're going to be motivated to get good grades, it should come from within. It should come from an understanding that, like, I want to perform my best, or I'm trying to get to this university and I need to get these grades, or I'm trying to prove my parents wrong. You know, they call me stupid and they didn't think I heard them, but I heard them, and now I'm going to show them that I'm not stupid, I'm smart. Like, there should be some kind of internal motivation
Feels
for
like
doing
it's come
things.
from somewhere.
No. No, but there should be some like internal motivation for like doing these things.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that if you are giving students cash for good grades, number one, not only are you reinforcing the idea that like education is only about the outcome, i.e. academic excellence, but you are also externalizing the motivation for performing well. You're creating a pattern in which they will always need that kind of external motivation, something or someone else outside of themselves to push them to be excellent. My second reason for disagreeing with the statement is that I don't think it'll solve the real issue, the real problem for why we have low test scores. It is a matter of resources, and sometimes it's poor teaching. You could flip the equation and give that money to teachers, but then now you also
maybe give those incentives to teachers.
No. But America did that, and it messed the teachers up, because now all of a sudden your salary, the thing that you need to live, is based on how many kids pass a test. So now you're teaching the kids to pass a test, not teaching them a skill, and it affects their educational outcomes in general, period. So I think so. Like what I read was this married couple called Eric Anderman and his wife Lindley Hicks. Anderman, in their book Classroom Motivation, argues that incentives should only be awarded if they are informational, meaning the student has learned something. You reward them for gaining knowledge, not for passing a test.
Ooh, I think that's the best place.
But how do we gauge knowledge in this country? Passing a test. So
okay, I don't know. I'm not sure if passing a test is the best way to see if somebody's gained knowledge. Again, I'm not a teacher. I can't think of anything else other than passing a test, but that is my limited mind via my limited perspective. But I do think that there might be other ways to see if somebody has learned something new. You could have a conversation with them, and if you see that the way that they're thinking, the way they're connecting dots is a lot different now than it was 6 months ago, then you see clearly they've learned something in the last 6 months.
So would you be okay with giving that person cash at that point? If you can clearly see that the way of thinking, so you're okay with incentivizing.
So you agree? That's what she's saying.
No. Okay, again, not cash, but something else.
Okay, so that's where we're going to conclude the statement. Basically, we all kind of agree and we all kind of disagree, except for
it's a good question.
It's a good question. So we're going to continue to do questions like this and have your say also. Tell us on social media, tell us on the YouTube what you think about what we said, and we'll be here with you as we always are next week.
Bye.